Hi, I'm just here to give another medium of explaining my new meditation technique I call Pascal's meditation. I already did a pretty in-depth explanation and I guess guided performance on my web series Inalienable Paradise. And I thought, with how shitty the world is right now, how fucking weird these times are, I think meditation is becoming a necessity rather than something to do recreationally. So I think I should kind of push this a little more to share it with the world. And here's a video guide um, of me sharing this idea. To begin Pascal's meditation, you'll need one thing above all else: a quiet room and 30 minutes alone. The meditation technique is built on one quote from Blaise Pascal, who said, "One half of the ills of life come because men are unwilling to sit down quietly for 30 minutes to think through all the possible consequences of their acts." This meditation helps you do exactly that. Think through the consequences of your actions, one question at a time. You'll think about one question every 10 minutes. Today, to be succinct, I'll do 1 minute today, just because of how much information is already out there. I'm sure everyone watching this is probably dying to click on the next video, so I want to keep this. I don't want to waste everyone's time. So let's do 1 minute. So it'll be 3 questions, and of course it has to be by the book. On paper it's supposed to be 30 minutes. Let's just do 3 minutes. Let's just do 1 minute so I'm not wasting all of your time. So sit in a comfortable position. And I already have shared this with a few people, like in my immediate life. I think the absolute best meditation position is to lay down like a corpse, because the great Renaissance painter Leonardo da Vinci said that all artists should start with a blank canvas, because everything in the universe is dark until exposed by light. And that's how I feel about meditation. I think every person by default, when they're not conscious, they're all laying down. They're not bipedally standing up. They're not walking. They're just laying down until the gift of life comes in. I always prefer to lay down, but do what you want. So sit in a comfortable position. Close your eyes. Breathe by the belly, I suppose, and let your body begin to unwind. Let's begin. So for the first 10 minutes, 3 minutes, 1 minute, whatever, ask yourself this one question: do I consider how my actions impact not just myself but also others, but now and in the future? Just stay with the question. Let your thoughts unfold, and there's no pressure to answer immediately. It's all just exploration, right? And all of these questions, to add icing on the cake, is all directly from Pascal's writing on his penché. So we will do 1 minute guide, and I will watch the time. Let me say this question one more time. Do I consider how my actions impact not just myself but also others, both now and in the future? Let's do it. I will keep the time. 1 minute. That was 1 minute. And I'll just tell you what I experienced, just to give you guys more clarity. I personally practice it one day at a time, so I'm just thinking about what I did today, not so much yesterday, or because the past is the past. And you can also include things that you didn't do as well, because I did that while we were doing this together. So that was the first round. So at the 10-minute mark, or after the first round, shift to another question. Again, all of these are from the direct writings of the brilliant and wonderful Blaise Pascal. Am I focusing solely on the methods of my actions without reflecting on their ultimate purpose or end? Am I focusing on just the direct methods, or the end and the beginning, both the cause and the effect? So we will do 1 minute. I will keep time. One minute. And another thing I learned from this one is you can also include things you did correctly, not just things you did incorrectly. This is not supposed to induce a session of self-pity and guilt and shame. It's supposed to do the complete opposite. It's supposed to be very liberating and insightful, and supposed to learn a lot. So I'm pretty pleased with what I did today in terms of that. So I'm happier with that. It's a more tricky. It's probably the most intellectually challenging of all the questions too. So it takes a little bit. Now, after the first two comes the third and final question. Do I underestimate the potential far-reaching consequences of even my minor faults? Let it settle into you. Let your mind wander around it. So I will repeat this one. Do I underestimate the potential far-reaching consequences of even my minor faults? 1 minute. I'll watch. I'm holding on to this idea. 1 minute. So, I did not struggle at all. I just have to be as honest as I can. I did not struggle at all with this question because I'm very hard on myself. At least everyone in my life tells me I am. Just a thing about me. So I think when you're hard on yourself and you think all of your small failures are big failures, or all of your failures are big failures no matter the failure, then you probably keep track of everything, every failure you've done, regardless of if they were big or small, and they're all big to you. So I didn't feel I struggled on that for that particular reason. I'm just being as honest as I can. Now, when other thoughts come in during this practice, there's many methods that I've seen people use. I've heard of using a paintbrush to brush away the thoughts. I've heard of using visual clouds to obstruct them from view. And my absolute favorite is just to say, thank you for sharing, and then just move on. Just say, thank you for sharing, and move on. You don't have to believe your own thoughts. It's, of course, healthy to notice them, and then just be grateful that the thought has come and continue. And when the meditation has passed, I recommend that you close your eyes for a moment and allow your regular cognition come into play, and then just slowly get back into a normal mode of being. And this, now you've just done, if you made it all the way through, you have just done Pascal's meditation. A simple act of sitting and thinking clearly, which is something that is very rare these days. And who knows how rare that will become. And hopefully, if done regularly, this can become a tool with much greater psychological depth. You'll live a life with a lot more depth in your understanding going forward. And to me, this was just a fun idea to come up with. I've always been fascinated by various meditation methods. My personal favorites are The Fourth Question by Katie Byron, and I also really love Relaxation Response. It's just like transcendental meditation, except it's actually good. It's not a scam. And of course, Blaise Pascal, I think, is probably the smartest person that ever lived. So I just thought those two, when I read that first quote of his about half of the problems of your life stemming from not being able to sit in a room for 30 minutes to contemplate consequences, the thought just came, let's make a meditation off of that. So I collected some of his writings and asked ChatGPT for help, and this is the product that came out. And I sincerely hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you all have a wonderful day, wonderful life ahead, and out.